Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chris Maloney back with you for another edition of CWN Predicts ROH Supercard of Honor 2024, coming to you live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. on Honor Club. And it was interesting. I haven't used this in a couple months, but I went into to go at Showtime on StreamYard here, and then normally there's that little countdown timer, and it says, yeah, it's showtime. And then as soon as I hit go live, it usually at the 5-second mark, that's when I'll kind of do the intro. And I was like, well, wait a second, there's no countdown. So if you saw an image kind of disappear and then come back, that's why. But it looks like everything's fine now. Handsome SOB as of me is on the air. So yes, that is me. But I am live with CWN Predicts ROH Supercard of Honor 2024. Like I said, taking place live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. on Honor Club. 0 hour taking place, not confirmed, but I do believe 7 o'clock p.m. Honor Club social media. I haven't seen anything on YouTube yet, but usually Ring of Honor ROH is usually at 7 o'clock. I know AEW usually goes like 6:30, 6:45-ish, but they did announce another match. So I think we've got 9 matches taking place here tonight, 3 on 0 hour, 6 on the main show itself. And it should be an interesting night. It's been a busy week so far as wrestling goes, and always is around WrestleMania season. I signed up for Triller TV Plus yesterday. They had a 7-day free trial, so I'll be looking to watch some GCW over the weekend as well, possibly tonight to see how much time we have. But ROH Supercard of Honor definitely is the one of the go-tos today. I will say for sure. It's a matter of how much time do I have, and how much can I multitask, and how many shows can I get through, and sleep is not does not matter. It's just a matter of how much wrestling I can watch. Some of the stuff I would do want to watch live, but some of them I will watch on I want to say tape delay, but that ages me right there. But like I said, Supercard of Honor 2024 live tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Honor Club, 0 hour, 7 o'clock p.m. tonight, Honor Club social media. The Liacouras Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's where it's taking place. Like I said, 0 hours, got 3 matches taking place. One of them just announced this afternoon, singles match, Mariah May taking on Momo Kogo. Kogo is from Stardom, obviously Mariah May from Stardom as well previously. Singles match, like I said, was just announced this afternoon, with Mariah May's affiliation with Toni Storm. And Toni Storm showed up at the event yesterday, one of the events yesterday. I forget which one it was, but Mariah May was in the ring, and Toni Storm made her presence felt. If you watch AEW, it's I'm loving the on-screen persona of timeless Toni Storm as well as Mariah May. You add in Luther as part of that picture as well, and it's interesting to see Mariah May go back to her character last night, like her regular kind of Mariah May character, but then be the kind of the reincarnation of the previously known Toni Storm on AEW there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, and Mariah May I'm still getting used to who she is. She's a talented wrestler, obviously AEW, huge signing for them. But taking on Momo Kogo tonight, it is the new Stardom, so to speak. Obviously, it's I forget his name, and pardon me, but I was never I can't say never a big fan of Stardom. I just wasn't big on that aspect. Still getting used to the names, everything else. But the former owner who got fired, he's building his own promotion. Obviously, Stardom affiliation with AEW now, and others going towards. God, name at the tip of my tongue. Pardon me. But anyway, long story short, I see ROH tonight porting over women from Stardom to make their names, to make their presence known here in North America. I'm in Canada, obviously, but this taking place in the U.S. and AEW based in the U.S. But anyways, long story short, Ramble's done. Momo Kogo for the win in this one here against Mariah May. It's going to be interesting to see where they go with Stardom, AEW and all that sort of jazz. Tag team match taking up place next. Cole Carter and Griff Garrison with Maria taking on the Spanish announced project that is Angelico as well as Serpentico. It's interesting. Griff Garrison never getting the kind of the build I always thought he could have had, especially back to the days, obviously Julia Hart and Brian Pillman, Cole Carter being a part of that as well. But then you got the Spanish announced project on the other side of things. ROH has always been about the luchadors, so to speak, their affiliations with CMML. It's I don't know. It's interesting here. It's I'm doing the prediction show, and I'm going based on who I think is going to take it here. I haven't been big on ROH the past little while. been kind of been filling in with regards to seeing stats online and the matches and the outcome and results online. But I'm going to say this based on what I've seen: Spanish Nails Project for the win in this one here, Angelico as well as Serpentico. Next match, tag team match, the varsity athletes Tony Nese and Josh Woods with Smart Mark Sterling taking on to be announced. That's, I don't know. I mean, do they bring in a tag team from AEW? It's going to be interesting there. It's WrestleMania weekend, and there's all sorts of wrestlers all over the place this weekend. So the varsity athletes taking on to be announced. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I can't say who it's going to be as far as the to be announced team goes, but I'm going to say the varsity athletes for the win in this one here. Main card taking place next. So there are 3 matches on the 0 hour, 6 matches on the main card itself. First match, Stardom Showcase 6-woman tag team match. May Sarah, Empress Nexus Venus, which is Mina Shirakawa, as well as Maika, taking on Tam Nakano, and Queen's Quest, which is Saya Kamatani, as well as AZM. Is it ZM? ZM? Z here in Canada, AZM, I'm assuming. But Tam Nakano and Queen's Quest, I'm going to say for the win in this one here. Again, Stardom's presence being known on an ROH show here in North America. Again, I think it's only $9.99 for ROH, so Honor Club. So you get all these matches. Basically, you sign up for Honor Club, you sign up for the month. I don't believe there's any additional with regards to Honor Club. I don't think it's like an ESPN Plus or anything like that, or a UFC Fight Pass. But I think $9.99 gets you this show here, and then you've got the privilege to basically watch ROH for the rest of the month, so to speak. So Sarah, Empress Nexus Venus taking on Tam Nakano, Queen's Quest. I'm going to say Tam Nakano and Queen's Quest for the win in this one here. This match has been talked about, and it's funny because when you think about Kyle Fletcher, you think about Aussie Open, you think about Mark Davis, you think about Will Ospreay and everything that went along there, with the United Empire, so to speak. And Fletcher, when I first saw him tag team match Mark Davis, obviously Aussie Open, I thought to myself, you know what? He's good, but something needs to change about this guy. You send him into the Don Callis family, you give him a new look, you give him new gear. Mark Davis got injured. Kyle Fletcher has been on a roll as a singles wrestler. He is the world television champion, and he's taken on Lee Johnson. Now, Lee Johnson, they say, could upset Kyle Fletcher here, but why would you do that? Kyle Fletcher is making a name for himself as a single star, especially in ROH as well as AEW television. And you know what? Him and Mark Davis, Aussie Open, have done enough, to me anyways, at this point. So let Kyle Fletcher, let's see where he can go with this. I believe he's only mid-20s from what I've seen on television. And, they gave him that new look. They gave him that new attitude, part of the Don Callis family, the new gear. I'm becoming a fan of Kyle Fletcher. So I want to see where he goes with this. Does he drop the television championship only to go after the world championship? I think it's too soon. I think Lee Johnson has a hell of a match in this one, but I'm going to say Kyle Fletcher for the win. I'm going to say a little bit of bias there, but I'm going to say Kyle Fletcher for the win in this one to retain the world television championship. I'm going to say it's going to be a nice, good match, but the sky's the limit. I'm going to say this with Kyle Fletcher. I'm saying that too based on the fact that match he had with Will Ospreay, I think, was main event on Dynamite a couple weeks ago. Like I said, he's selling me on his gimmick, as well as his personality, as well as his skills. And I like to see where they go with Kyle Fletcher, whether it be ROH or AEW. I'm going to say Kyle Fletcher for the win for the to retain the World Television Championship in this one here. Fight Without Honor match. This originally started as custody of the boys. Now, a little bit of backstory. So Johnny TV with Taya Valkyrie taking on Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle, a huge personality. I went to see him on the independent scene as well as ROH, and a huge personality, just a genuine nice guy. It's but you think of Dalton Castle, to me anyway, you think of Party Peacock, you think of the boys, and obviously AEW releases took place. The boys were part of that. It was kind of like, why would you do that the week of Supercard of Honor? And next thing you know, you hear the backstory. Apparently, they were unhappy. The boys, Brandon and is it Brandon and Tate? I think it is. But why would you release the boys the week of a pay-per-view? And apparently, from the sounds of it, they weren't happy. From the sounds of it, they're missing shows. And enough was enough, and that was it. And when cuts had to be made, they were on that list. But eventually, well, not eventually, but like I said, it was custody for the boys. So Johnny TV, Dalton Castle, Ty Valkyrie obviously involved, and now the boys are no longer involved. So this is a fight without honor match. Anybody who's not seen Ring of Honor, this basically no handshakes involved. Anything goes, no disqualifications, no countouts. There must be a winner. This is basically to summarize the end of the feud. That is what they want to state. So basically, there should be a winner in this one. There shouldn't be any continuance going on further, and it's going to be one hell of a way to do things. Johnny TV, Taya Valkyrie. As much as I love Johnny Castle, Dalton Castle, I'm going to say Johnny TV for the win in this one here. Taya Valkyrie with him in his corner. Didn't see the results yet for Bloodsport, so I'm curious to see how he made out last night. I think he was fighting Josh Barnett in the main event, but yeah, it'd be interesting. But I'm going to say Dalton Castle loses, Johnny TV for the win in this one here. Next match, ROH World Tag Team Championship match. The Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett as champs, taking on the Infantry. That's Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. The Infantry defeated the Undisputed Kingdom in a proving ground match that was last night on episode of ROH TV. The Infantry has been talked about since their match with the House of Black and the AEW tournament for the titles. They're a good young team, but that being said, the Undisputed Kingdom, the Kingdom, so to speak, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, to me, they're not involved in the AEW World Tag Team title scene. They're huge stars right now for ROH. They've had almost like a resurgence. And the fact is, to me, because of the Undisputed Kingdom, because of the way that has played out, so to speak, Roderick Strong being champion over there in AEW, Wardlow being part of that, Adam Cole eventually making his comeback, don't take the titles off of them. So I'm going to say the Infantry has a strong showing tonight, but I'm going to say the Undisputed Kingdom, because of their tie into AEW as well as Adam Cole, I'm going to say they retain. Infantry, I think, is only a matter of time before before they are champions. You think of teams like Private Party, you think of teams like Darius and Dante Martin. It's they get these good young hungry teams around the circuit, so to speak. But I'm going to say the Undisputed Kingdom for the win in this one here to retain. And I think it's only a matter of time, like I said, before we see the Infantry maybe pushing as champions, whether it be ROH or, whether it be Ring of Honor. So pardon me, I'm just moving my notepad up. I got to figure out a better way to do this. It's almost like I need like a tablet attached to my laptop, and I can just kind of scroll. I think that I might actually look into that. We'll see. Next match on the show, tournament final for the inaugural ROH Women's World Television Championship match. Again, ROH Women's World Television Champion. You can tell I haven't done this in a bit because I'm not slowing down my words right now. But this is the first of 5 shows that we got going on this weekend, the first of 4 prediction shows. So we'll see if I get better as the weekend goes on. But again, tournament final for the inaugural ROH Women's World Television Championship. There we go. Billy Starks is one of the minions taking on Queen Aminata. As much as Billy Starks has been infectious and, she's young, I think 19, 20 years old, future ahead of her. I think it's going to come down to Queen Aminata. She just has this, and I hate to say it because she's on the other show now, but she has this, Jade Cargill presence to her. She looks like a star. She acts like a star. She acts like she's a champion. And inaugural champion at Women's World Television Championship. I'm going to say, as much as Billy Starks wants to impress, Athena, so to speak, it's not going to happen. And, she probably will eventually, dethrone Athena. She probably will eventually maybe dethrone Queen Aminata, but it's not going to be tonight. I'm going to say Queen Aminata for the win in this one to become the inaugural ROH Women's World Television Champion. Semi-main event, second last match of the night. Athena taking on Hikaru Shida. Shida's been great in the fact that she transitioned over to ROH to give Athena an opponent. I never would have thought Athena would have done so well here in ROH. She went from WWE, NXT, obviously, over to AEW. She's found her second calling, so to speak, with regards to ROH. And she looks strong as a champion. She looks great as a champion. She carries herself as a champion. And I think this solidifies her tonight even more so because of the fact she's beating an AEW former women's world champion. So that being said, Shida takes the loss, Athena for the win. Athena remains not AEW, but ROH Women's World Champion there. Main event of the night. And guys, if you saw the opening video, I had the honor of, yes, Ring of honor of being there for the Briscoes when they defeated the Gorillas of Destiny back in 2019 at the Manami Athletics Center that was in Toronto, former Maple Leaf Gardens. That picture, because of what happened with Jay Briscoe, I take a lot of pride in. I was second or third row that night, and the chaos I saw in that main event was just absolutely unreal. And to me, that photo, so to speak, will always be in one of my openings as far as CWN goes. It's one of those shots I just absolutely love. And it's basically the chaos in the ring and Mark and Jay Briscoe standing there. I've got other pictures of them as well that eventually I'll probably do an opening or showcase or whatever the case may be. But that being said, everything happened with Jay Briscoe. It was kind of like one of those holy, you know what, moments. And, it's like, this can't be right. And all of a sudden it's, the history of the Briscoes and the promos that you've seen online with regards to YouTube. And, Mark and, stating it's 11 years to the day that basically since Jay won the ROH World Championship, Eddie Kingston, the resurgence of him, the career that he's had, so it's I remember him back in Impact Wrestling, all of a sudden to what he's done now. And since he's been part of AEW and since he won the Triple Crown and since he's been part of ROH, and he's been a strong champion. Unfortunately for him, though, he loses that Continental Championship to Okada. And then now he's set up to be Mark Briscoe's partner with regards to Adam Copeland coming up on Dynasty for AEW. But he's got 2 championships left. New Japan strong for the America, US, so to speak. And then as well, the ROH World Championship, so to speak. Unfortunately, this is the second championship he's going to end up losing in a matter of weeks. He's been a strong champion. He's been great, but man, 11 years to the day, Supercard of Honor, WrestleMania weekend, Mark Briscoe in the main event for this championship. Forget about it. I mean, if you don't put the title on Mark Briscoe tonight, you've got booking problems. And I don't mean as far as the talent goes. I mean, you shouldn't be booking wrestling. That is just, to me, that tonight, so to speak, for that championship there in Philly, you've got to put it on Mark Briscoe. You've got to make the fans happy. You've got to pay tribute to Jay Briscoe, the Briscoes, them boys, so to speak. And that being said, as much as Eddie Kingston has been a great champion, fact is Mark Briscoe has to take it tonight, should take it tonight. And if he doesn't, I mean, what's going to hit the fan, especially there in Philly. But anyways, that it's just the right time. It's everything just lines up. It makes perfect sense. So Mark Briscoe and new, that's what I'm going to say there. So guys, 9 big matches taking place tonight. Like I said, 3 on the 0 hour so far announced. And this is as of, time is it 20 after 3 on Friday, April 5th. So I'm going to go over my predictions again. And I've decided I will, after this weekend, because there's a lot of stuff going on, I will, after this weekend, kind of do a subsection, so to speak, with CWNonline.ca with regards to how my predictions are going. So you'll see my stats. You'll see my wins, my losses, my no contest, so to speak. But and then I'm going to start announcing who's going to win championship-wise as well, so you can see whether or not I predicted the championship changing hands. Because you can have a championship match and basically, disqualification, whatever the case may be, and title still remains. But anyway, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyways, here's my predictions again. Mariah May, Momokogo for the win there. Tag team match, Cole Carter, Griff Garrison with Maria taking on the Spanish Announce Project. I'm going to say Spanish Announce Project there. Varsity Athletes taking on To Be Determined. That's Tony Nese and Josh Woods with Smart Mark Sterling. I'm going to say the Varsity Athletes in that one. Stardom Showcase 6-woman tag team match. May Sarah, Empress Nexus, Venus, Mina Shirakawa, and Maika taking on Tom Nakado and Queen's Quest. That's Seiya Kamatani and AZM. I'm going to say Tom Nakano and Queen's Quest there. World Television Championship match, Kyle Fletcher for the win against Lee Johnson. Fight Without Honor match, Johnny TV beating Dalton Castle. ROH World Tag Team Championship match, Undisputed Kingdom to retain against the Infantry. That is Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. Tournament final for the inaugural ROH World Women's Television Championship. Billy Starks takes the loss. Queen Amanada and New. ROH Women's World Championship match. Athena and Still over Hikaru Shida. And ROH World Championship match. Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe. It better be Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe and New. That is my prediction there, guys. So this has been the first of 5 shows I'm doing this weekend. Later today, you will see the Throwdown with Chris Maloney, episode number 9. Tomorrow morning, you will see CWN Predicts NXT Stand and Deliver 2024. Tomorrow afternoon, I think 3 p.m., it will be CWN Predicts WB WrestleMania XL Saturday. Sunday will be CWN Predicts WB WrestleMania XL Sunday. And then sometime next week, I haven't figured out yet, but sometime next week to talk about everything that took place this weekend, be the Throwdown Chris Maloney episode number 10. So yeah, guys, I'm excited. It's going to be one hell of a weekend. It's already started. It started last night. Bloodsport, obviously, and GCW and all that sort of jazz. And yeah, I'll be back to later today, 7 o'clock p.m. tonight with the Throwdown Chris Maloney episode number 9. My daughter's excited because she was, well, I'll get into the story on the show, but she's excited because she wants to be part of it. And I told her yes. So 7 o'clock, and she won't be in bed yet. So I said, yes, you can be part of the podcast. So she's excited. And my my wife was kind of like, do you even know what a podcast is? And she was like, yes. So kind of put my wife in her place there. But guys, yes, I will be back later on tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. for the Throwdown Chris Maloney episode number 9, talking about all the wrestling news taking place this week and coming up this weekend. Thank you very much for watching and listening. CWN Predicts ROH Supercard of Honor 2024. I'll be back later on tonight. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I will see everybody again sometime soon.